Hello, Pre-Calculus. This is Arithmetic Sequences. This is day 2 in Sequences series unit, which is unit 10. All right, so Arithmetic Sequences, they're a sequence that they have a difference between consecutive terms, and the difference is the same. So if you can add 3 in between each of the terms, or add 2, or subtract 5, they have a common difference, then it's arithmetic. And that's what we're going to be working with today. And they are defined 2 different ways. You can define them recursively. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Which is the first formula here, where you're given one or sometimes multiple of the original terms, and then you take those terms and apply it to this formula here. And then, or you could be given different information where you're given, it could be defined explicitly, where you have a difference and you have a first term and a last term. So we're going to start with, we're going to look at all that. So example 1, determining if a sequence is arithmetic. Well, we just have to see if there's a common difference. If you can add 3 in between each of these, so yes, this one is arithmetic, and the difference is 3. Common difference is 3. Now look at this one. You add 3, and then add 4, and then add 5 in between each of these terms. So this is not arithmetic. No. All right, so C and D. Sometimes you're not given numbers. Sometimes you're given the information in the form of a formula. And so you have to find those numbers first. So you plug in 1, here for n. So 3 times 1 plus 5. And then you plug in 2 for the second term. And you get 3 times 2 plus 5. So here we go, 4 terms. And then you take a look at the difference. Is there a common difference? 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, looks like you're just adding 3. So that's why D is 3, and it's an arithmetic sequence. For D, when you plug in values, 3, 2, 1, yes, we're subtracting 1 each time, so the difference is negative 1. For example 2, you're asked to find a particular term of an arithmetic sequence. So they're asking you to find the 13th term, and yeah, you could probably just count it out. Because you can say, all right, well, the common difference is clearly 4 here. I'm adding 4 to get the next term. But sometimes they're asking you for like the 100th term, and you're not going to count out 4 100 times. This is a much more efficient way of doing it. So the first term, what are we finding here? The 13th term. Okay. The first term is given to us. It is 2. And then we are going to start with 2, and we're going to add 4 how many times? We're going to add it to get to the 13th term. Well, it's 1 less than 13 times because we're starting at 2. So that's where the difference, we're adding the 4. How many times? N minus 1. And the N is 13. So we're adding 4 12 times. So this is 2 plus 4 times 12. And that ends up being, a sub 13 is 50. Moving on. Okay, so example 3. So sometimes we're asked to write the rule for the sequence that's given. So in this example here, they've given us the difference, and they've given us one term that's, a sub 7 is 30. All right, well, what do we have and what are we looking for? We have the first. Do we have the first term? No, we don't. We got to find it. We got to find the first term before we can use that formula. So let's put in 30, what we know. 30 is a sub n. And we don't know a sub 1. We're going to have to find it. Plus the difference is negative 3 times n minus 1. N here, with the information that we're given, is 7. So n minus 1 is 6. So now the only variable that's unknown is the first one, our first term, a sub 1. So we're just going to solve, and we get, using algebra 1, we get 48. Well, now we can put that in for a sub 1 and get your general form of your equation. And you could leave it like that, but it's easier to, most people would simplify this and distribute the -3, and you'd end up getting a sub n equals 51 minus 3n. So that's usually how people will write it. Now, on occasion, they, instead of giving you the difference, they'll give you two of the terms. So they'll say, you know, the fifth term is 10 and the ninth term is 34. So you would go ahead and write yourself a system of equations. So when a sub n is 34, we don't know what a sub 1 is, but we know plus the difference, whatever the difference is, times n minus 1. In this case, n is 9, so 9 minus 1 is 8. And in the second piece of information we have, where the term is 10, a sub 1, we still don't know, the difference we don't know, but we're at the fifth term, so n minus 1 is 4. Well, now we can just solve this like we did in Algebra 2, or you could actually use a matrix now that you know how to do that. I'm just going to do this by hand and multiply through all of these by a negative 1. So if I do that, this becomes a -10. This is a negative a sub 1, and this is a negative 4d. So what happens when I add those together is I get 24 equals, and these cancel. This is a 4d. So d, or the common difference, is 6. All right. Well, now if I use the first piece of information here and plug that in, so 10 equals a sub 1 plus the difference now is 6 times 4, because n in this case is 5, so n minus 1 is 4. I can solve for a sub 1 and I end up getting -14. So I'm almost finished and I'm running out of room here. We want the general rule. So a sub n, I'm going from here to here because I'm kind of running out of room, equals the first term, which we found to be -14, right, plus the difference is 6, n minus 1. Now we can just simplify that, and we end up distributing the 6 and then combining like terms, and we get a sub n equals -20 plus 6n. So that's more how people would write that. All right, we're moving on to the summation. The sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence can be found by using this formula. And what that says is, you know how to average, right? If you take two numbers and you add them up and you divide by 2, and that's this part right here. It's adding the numbers up and dividing by 2. You get the average of what's directly in the middle of, this is the first term, this is the last term, and what's right in the middle of that. Well, we're finding the sum of all those numbers. So the average we find, and then how many of those numbers do we have? We're multiplying it by n. So that's where the formula comes from. And here we go. All right, so for the first one, we're asked to find the sum of the first 15 terms of this sequence, and they've given us a formula here. So we go ahead and use our summation formula, which I have written down right here. We're going to plug in 15 for n, so s sub 15 equals 15 over 2. First term is 13. Let me just make sure. Yes, 13. The reason we know that we have to find that, okay? If I go ahead and plug in 1 here for n, a sub 1 turns out to be 13. Okay, so I'm putting in 13 for that. And then we're trying to find the 15th term, so go ahead and figure out what that is. Let me find what that is first. So if I plug in 15 here for n, I'm going to get 15 minus 2 times 15, which is 30. So a sub 15 is -15. So we have to find those values first before we can use the formula. And then you'll see this ends up being a -2, so -2, and then cancels with the 2. The sum ends up being -15. Yeah, that's it for that one. B, find the sum of the first 12 terms. Okay, so now we're given the information a little differently. So we've got some terms here. We look and see, is it arithmetic? Yes, we are adding 3 in between each of those terms, so the difference, D, is 3. So to use this formula and find the sum, we need the first and the last terms. So we go ahead and plug in our, solve for our first term, and that would be -1 plus 3 is 2. So that's our first term. A sub 1 is, oh, I wrote that here. A sub 1 is 2. And then I need to find the 12th term. So I plug in 2 for the first term, plus the difference, times 12 minus 1. I end up getting a sub 12 is 35. Okay, well now I've got a sub 1 and a sub 12. So now I can use my formula, plugging in 12 for n. And this a sub 1, a sub n. We're just plugging values in, and you end up getting the sum 222. Now, I think that is all I needed. Is that the end? Oh my gosh, are we finished? Es completo? That's all. All right, peace out.